Okay, we should be live. Hopefully. No guarantees. Oh, lordy. Hopefully everyone is doing all right. We're going to see how far we can get with this on Players 8 before we either have to drop down the difficulty or switch our build. We're probably eventually gonna have to switch our build. We could go to Hammerden's. But I think we'll probably go Holy Fire Fizz Heavens. Hammerden we know is gonna work. It always works. It's a broken skill. What can I say? And I do find it funny that we got 2 Ion Storms. Although it is worth noting, I think let's 271, 283. So this one's got higher defense. Yeah, it does. Why did we grabbed this one because 6% EXP? That would be why. My brain forgot. And also, I never went and decided what I wanted to put in the armor. We can look at that real quick while we're waiting for the stream to warm up. Let's see. What would we actually want to put on this armor? I'm not entirely sure, honestly. We don't really need mana per kill. We don't really need damage taken goes to mana either. Could go some resists in it. We have the stuff for that. We could do dual and just go completely ham on resists. It's kind of one of those things where I just kind of don't know if there's something I really want on it right now. I suppose I could dig through my jewels, but that would be just... I need to actually make a jewel mule for that. But if we go with Caster, we actually do have stuff for switching over to Caster, like Legacy and Blood. Although Grim Talisman is not any worse, so... And it does give us those resists. So I think what we'll do is we're just going to go ahead and get ourselves our skill point down below and move on through the rest of Nightmare. Nightmare is not bad in the mod or in the base game. It is kind of like the nice and comfy difficulty. It is normal difficulty for me. Oh no, Burning Dead. Oh wow, what was with the hiccup game? Actually, I think I know we might have a few hiccups today. And it is not something I really have control over unless we want to be skipping the stream today. Unfortunately. Just due to how the nonsense works. Hey, Tatox, how's it going? Alzorath. I mean, it is a good sword. It's not really that good of a sword, but it's a good sword. New one's... it's kind of a toss-up as whether the new one's better than the old one. I should go play some free... I think I would do 1.08, actually. I should go do that and get some of the uniques that changed. Getting that to run smoothly on a modern system, a little bit of a pain in the ass. But it is doable. Unfortunately, rolling back to previous versions is not super easy, so I'd have to probably make new characters for it. How are you doing today? Yeah, but the question is... Am I ethereal pre 1.09 Alzorath? But nah, I've been given worse names. Think I'm related to Iswal? I mean, possibility. Ethereal was a fool to have trusted me. Although I think Cain was more of a fool, because we did play Diablo 3. And you know what happens to Cain in Diablo 3, right? What did I just pick up? Oh. It's not a problem. But hopefully it is a chill morning. Yeah, for the most part, just going to be doing this as essentially cool off from Expedition 33. Because frankly, Expedition 33, God, that's a heavy game. Especially if you do all the side content. Oh, lordy. I'm not going to spoil it, but damn. 100% worth playing, by the way. That game hit me like a sack of bricks. Oh yeah, I am behind the downfall of man. Is all part of my evil plan. I am actually Baal. Although they all die, I need to go back and play more of Diablo 4 to get the story on the expansion and stuff like that. That or go watch a lore explained video, because a expansion that's the price of a way better full game kinda disturbs me. But yeah, I will throw shade. I will always throw shade. And stuff like this, because I do find it interesting that Sandfall, an indie company that is likely losing a chunk of their revenue from this, because they're under a publisher. They're under a good publisher, but they're under a publisher nonetheless, which usually means you are giving up a piece of your revenue, is able to pull off something quite that level. Rakanishu's cousin, your Tatox, a minor devil, have fallen. Me, I am just Lord of Dad Jokes. That's just where I am. That's where I am mentally. I am Lord of Dad Jokes, which is in and of itself a form of destruction. So, yeah, we're just... Oh, God, this is actually going to suck a little bit. It didn't suck as bad as I thought it would. Fanaticism is usually a bad day for me. Oh, God, please, no! But yes. I can't remember any off the cuff of my head right now. Oh, Jesus. Why does my head have a cuff? But no, I can't remember any off the top of my head right now because I literally just woke up. And have already had a little bit of a frustrating morning, so it's like, my wit is lacking. Burning Dead Mage. Song references. I can do those. Lilith did nothing wrong. Oh, yeah, right. King Leoricus made Tristram great again. God damn it. No. How do I have full res? Just a moment and I will show off my gear. We're playing Reimagined, but let's go and back off here. I've got pretty decent amulet for resists. We're using Piety, which also gives us a bit more resists. We got Big B's Crushing Fist and have it like completely dumped into resists as well. And just on this character, we found this, which doesn't give any resist, but I want to show it off. I don't think we have blanket resist from anything else, do we? No, we got some on the belt. We also got Raven's Feet for resists. This is second character. This is not first character, so we're not completely solo self-found. Yeah, so far, as far as the difficulty goes, I could see this be getting easy on your like third or fourth character for going through hell. First couple characters, I don't see you having quite the handful of like really strong items to get through without it being at least a little bit of a challenge in hell. That said, normal is going to be a cakewalk. We're kind of over-leveled, so that's going to be a whole different thing. Because we've been going through Players 8 the entire time. We're still on Players 8. So yeah, this is our stats. A lot of the items in this fall into that. It would be shit unless you go for a very specific build with it. We have 90% of Diablo 2 unique set items weren't shit. This would be cool. Yeah, this one also has a number of kind of crap items, but there's at least enough good items and more variety to make it interesting to me. Oh god, this one might suck a little bit. Because we're getting chilled, and I need these guys dead. I probably shouldn't have left it on Players 8 coming into this, but you know what? Die, Radamant. I don't care if my mercenary dies. It's fine. We're not going to do the same thing we did on normal, where I just am a dumbass and just, like, walk into death. Ta-da! Easy enough. But yeah, we were running a Holy Firedin still, surprisingly. But due to being like massive level, we don't really have to worry about too much. We're level 53 in Act 2 Nightmare. It's easy enough. There are some interesting items in this that make me want to try other builds. But shitty items are needed, but not at that point, yeah. Shitty items should, in my opinion, at least have a niche use to justify their existence, unless they are just like a meme item or something. Go ahead and dump you in there. And yes, stackable runes, by the way. Love stackable runes. We're not looking too bad on our runes. We got 28 orts. We've got, what cracks me up is we've got 4 goals, but we're actually missing, I'm forgetting which one it is between IO and Co. We used up like the one we got. Oh, and we don't have a good Drognin shop here, unfortunately. Our mercenary is actually fairly well equipped too, by the way. We're waiting to get some more levels up. Utility in their respective levels, and also, even if it's doesn't have straight utility, have it have like a quirk to it that makes it able to be used in something odd. Like, I don't mind stuff like Frostmourne. Sorry, Frostwind. I don't remember. It's the blue sword that lets you shoot ice. Arctic Blast. I am bad with names on a good day, and today is not a good day for my brain. I'm going to have to re-record the entire audio for the review I was going to release yesterday, which I'm not looking forward to, because it took way too many takes whenever I did it last time. Although it probably will take less now that I've read the audio a few times already. Do I dare bother with the Sand Leapers? I don't want to, but we'll get them out of the way. Come on, die, you fools. There we go. But yeah, one thing I do like Diablo 2 because I can just kind of like turn off while playing it and still do okay. I know that's not necessarily like a ringing endorsement, but it is nice to be able to just have a game that you know well enough to just kind of chill on. And not have to like use your entire brain power. That way you can process other stuff. We need the amethyst, yes. Okay. More stats. I'm gonna go with more vitality. I need a little bit more survivability. And max level in this mod is 25. There is another version of this mod you can get that gives you more per level up. I think it's 8 and 2 instead of just the 5 and 1. But that seems like it would make it way too easy. It's basically easy mode. Which I'm not really a fan of. Because I don't need Diablo to be easier. There is not a hard Diablo game once you know the mechanics. Diablo 1 is maybe the hardest, but even then it's just meh, whatever. Meh. It's worth noting, I also don't think that, despite people being upset about like parry times and stuff like that, I don't think that Clair Obscur was hard either on normal. I might have to try it on expert, and I'll probably be doing New Game Plus on that, but we'll see. Diablo 1 is an exercise in patience, more than just necessarily difficult. It's actually harder with more people, though. Get that one player who just really wants to use Chain Lightning or Flame Wave. They are going to be more dangerous than most of the enemies. I think it also does have a few unfair mechanics that can kind of lead to it being slightly harder. Like the guys that permanently remove your stats. And you encounter those relatively early in the catacombs. So it can really suck there. You can get lucky and not have them spawn. But no. I'm trying to think, what's probably the hardest action RPG I've played? It's not going to be an item-based one, because item-based ones do have just the innate advantage of, usually, not all of them, innate advantage of you can farm to just get stronger. Although if you do like putting farming points above where you'd be when you need the item. I suppose on your first run through any of them, they're all going to be a little bit difficult, though, because you don't know the mechanics. You don't know the exploits. Man. I'm going to switch ears in just a minute after we finish fighting this crowd. I do find it weird that I am on Players 8 and actually still not even having to pay attention to what I'm doing. There we go. Mainly because I have over-invested in a single skill. That's usually a good strategy in pretty much any action RPG, though. If you're unsure of what to do, choose one skill, focus on it, make it God. And yes, I am just going through in a chill fashion right now. I don't really feel like turning on my brain and going, oh, this is how this place forms. There we go. And death. Yeah, I'd imagine we're going to be able to probably last up until Act 4. Act 4 is going to be a pain in the ass because of all the fire resists. And the fact that we do not, I repeat, do not have a lot of non-fire damage. I mean, our fire aura is massive, and it's doing a few hundred damage per tick, so. Let's see, where are our stairs at? Good lord. Our exit, it could be a few places, sadly. I think we're going to go down the stairs and just bank on it being down there. It could still theoretically. This would be a very unlikely. Considering I'm pretty sure we came from, yeah. Oh no, we're being attacked. It could still theoretically be off this top part. But I don't think it's gonna be. And yes, there are people who will sit and farm specific areas until the cows come home. No pun intended. And then never make progress. I actually had a friend, this was back in the early Diablo 2 days, who, this was before Lord of Destruction or anything like that. They got to like a ridiculous level going through and just doing Act 4 normal because they were afraid to go into Nightmare. Which was bewildering. They were also the same person who escorted me through World of Warcraft when I had a free trial, so it really varies on the game because they were just going everywhere in that one. They didn't get a hang up anywhere, and it was just okay. You now have a max level character. Oh, let's go ahead and see if this is any good. Melee mastery, paladin skills. Maximum weapon damage. So that is just a zeal weapon that's kind of slow. I suppose I should identify these, see if they're any good. Great sword we're not going to be using. Oh, it's the Patriarch. Been a while since I've seen one of those. Experience gain gloves. Magic find, not worth it. I need to fix something real quick. There we go. Yay, much better. Now that is convenient. Just game is like, okay, he's had enough of a day. Let's go ahead and be nice to him. Oh no, immune to lightning. Ah. Just let the muscle memory take over. I mean, sometimes you kind of have to. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Hopefully that button actually muted it. I didn't actually look up to check. It was press button and pray. Oh Lord, bless this thine Diablo, that it covered mine rigorous sneezing. Yes, these guys are actually pretty good XP. The scarabs, that is. I guess it is not the worst enemy to see in a dungeon. I don't really like dealing with them because, yeah, they deal lightning damage to me, but I have memories of being nuked by them. Oh, it is also worth noting that they did change the enemy AI in this. So we might be expecting something a little bit sketch from Hell Diablo. I'm not sure how I would actually... Well, if we can destroy the bone prisons fast enough, we'll be fine. But if he bone prisons and runs away from us, I hope that's not what he's going to do against a melee character. I don't think he's going to. I think he has the same criteria for Bone Prison as before. It's just been made more aggressive is probably the nicest way to say it. Do need to check, is that 4 socket? It is. We save. Just for rolling spirits. Because yes, spirit is still a great caster weapon. And currently we're sitting on a longsword spirit as our best. I would not mind a broadsword spirit so I don't have to have the dex rec. Not that the dex requirement is high or even problematic or anything, it's just I'd rather not. Now, if we do get to hell difficulty, by the way, in fact, today we're probably going to get to Act 4. I'm going to probably need to... I did not want to pick up that Chris, thank you. But I'm probably going to need to assemble a better weapon. This weapon has treated us extremely well. It is still extremely solid. It's giving us Holy Shock on top of our Holy Fire, but it's still not going to be the best thing ever. Are we actually... we're doing a little bit of damage to it. And this way we can keep our mercenary alive if we stay here. I do wonder how long it would take if I just sat here. I mean, we're killing all the little friends. They're not even getting to us. That is actually kind of ridiculous now that I think about it. Because I should not be able to do that in Nightmare. With just Holy Fire, of all things. And yes, we have potions sitting around us just in case. So I can grab those. It takes too long. I could just dart in there and kill it. It wouldn't actually take long. I'm just curious to see how long it does take. Let's go ahead and finish it off. Don't get poisoned, mercenary. Thank you. And yes, items actually have a greater variety of modifiers on them now. Available. I have not dug through the files to see like what the level recs for any given one is or anything like that, but I do know it's changed. Okay, heal us. Sell some of thems. Yeah, the real reason I think I'm still able to just kind of eke by on it is because skill level cap is at 25 in this. Greetings. So it's not quite as harsh. Oh, one fun fact. If you have over a certain amount of charms, your mana will drop to 0. Just as a thing that can happen. There's another good reduce rec one. And we dump the junk. Just a bit of a confession. I did not organize stuff whenever I got started today. I literally just dumped everything onto a mule and said, I will mess with that later. And is Alzorath actually going to mess with it later? Probably not. It's going to be sitting on that mule until the day I die. Okay, insight we go ahead and keep in our stash. We're not going to actually use that right now, I don't think. Although it is probably better than what we have. 32 to 68. I don't know if she can actually equip that yet. 54? Yeah, she can equip it.
I'll put that to good use.
I mean, that is better. But I like the idea of her using Elven Brand. Now we never have to worry about mana. Let's go ahead and dump this over here. And stackable gems. Closing in on a second full bag. Well, not full, but I only want to go up to 100 in them for reasons. Oh, sorry. Oh, man. Excuse me. So back up this way. We could do a little gambling as well. I don't think we necessarily want to yet, but I could use better gloves and I could use better boots. And yes, runes are more common. We are on players 8, so they're going to be even more common, but... Oh, nice. Yes, I am just hoarding socketed items. I do that whenever I'm planning on keeping my characters online as well. I will start hoarding just the basic assembly items so I can reroll stuff a lot. But yeah, this lasting into hell, probably not. Especially not on players 8. Unless we start getting some very specific items. Which, it is possible. I could get the stuff and do things like... I'm trying to think of probably the best thing. We could possibly get the right gear to do stuff like a Phoenix or something like that. And as far as Sunders, we can get them in Nightmare Terror Zones. Because Hell difficulty, significantly higher level than in Vanilla. I'll probably show that off. The Necromancer playthrough already does show it off to an extent. But... the Necromancer playthrough, I got a little tilted whenever it came to the Ancients and stuff. What do you keep turning your head to look at? I think he was looking at gold piles. But yeah, playing other games, I've gotten used to looking for the head tilt. So whenever I see it on here, it throws me off a little bit. Because I know that I don't need to be looking at that. Let's go ahead and take these out. Because I don't want to have to come back through here and deal with them. Having spawned a million freaking enemies. And yes, I probably could do this. Punched in. See how well this works. How much of a difference does that make? Not much. Our weapon is immaterial. Oh, sad. It adds lightning damage to our aura tick, though. Because we have both Holy Shock and Holy Fire. We are aura-ed through and through right now. This is not adding a worthwhile amount of oomph to us, though. It doesn't even have... Here, die, you bastards. I could go make a Crescent Moon. That'd probably be way better than this for us. Yeah, it definitely would, considering I have a 3-socket phase blade I could put it in. It is on my miscellaneous guy. I happen to know exactly where it is, too, if we really want to go make it. I might go do that after we... In fact, I might go do that soon. After we get this waypoint, I will try to remember to go make Crescent Moon, see if that keeps us on path longer. Crescent Moon, by the way, very, very, very good sword. In vanilla and in this. I don't think I have the stuff to make a Grieve. Go look. Crescent Moon. D2 re... Wow, I can type today. Boop. Rune words. 3 socket. Sword. Crescent moon. We actually have other moon options as well in case we wanted to go that route. Because there's crescent moon, blood moon, winter moon, harvest moon, full moon. Crescent moon is the lightning one. Blood moon is meteor and fire. Fire. Which probably would actually fit us a little bit better, now that I think about it. And it is Shale Rawl. Do we actually have any runes left? We might have used them, now that I think about it. I didn't think to look at that. That is a 22. I think we would have it. Well, there's our Valley of Snakes. Are we looking on block percent? Not 75% anymore. That's sadness. But actually, it might be the better idea to go with Blood Moon. Because that's Shale Rawl instead of Shale Tier. But Static Field is very nice. There's a new set item we haven't seen before. Yeah, after we find the waypoint, I'll go see if I have an rune. That's not the one I meant to click on. Warlord's Pike. Auto repair and enhanced weapon damage. I do wish there were more ethereal set items. That is not a ethereal set item, but... Okay. I mean, you instead of... that. Physical damage reduction is not a bad one. We're not really using these other ones for a lot of stuff, but... we'll just keep trucking. I want to get the waypoint before we start disappearing. One thing I could do is I could go into... I could finish Viper Temple first. That way we just have the journey through town. Which probably is the smarter idea, now that I think about it. That way we don't have to fight through things to get back to the Serpent Temple. As long as I don't have the poison throwers in here, I don't really care wandering around in this. Whenever I start getting the poison throwers, it sucks. And I will just run past everything whenever I get them, because I frankly cannot be asked to deal with them. So, where is the bloody waypoint? And yeah, sorry it's so dark. Everyone knows about this segment, though. I think if we get the minus 35% resist, we might be fine. Yeah, of course, the bright and shiny area was a lot more conducive to a murderizing. Now, if I can get another one of these shields, I could actually run lightning on one and fire on the other. If we can get another Big Bees. I am loving that as an item. It's just a juiced up Saigons. No, Ancient Tunnel and Nightmare it's fine. It's not good. It's not worth going out of your way for. Let's go double check if we have an rune. I'm pretty sure all of these take runes. Yeah, we do. We have 2. I can spare 1. I'm not going to be making the Necro Armor again anytime soon. I say again because we already have 1. It's easy enough. Okay. That we want to keep. That we want to keep. That can go. We'll just throw them in here. We'll sort them out later. We don't care that much. There's our Dole and our Shale. Why did I pick up L for Shale? Probably because I am Foggy McFoggerson. Okay, so I'll probably, yeah, after we do the Serpent Temple, I will do this nonsense. Get us some new, interesting weaponry. Well, not new, but familiar, interesting weaponry. There we go. That's the way to call it. We are not stopping for that. Those would be a pain in the ass. Damn. I would have rather had ghosts, but it's fine. And yes, it is worth identifying rare armor. I'm just being lazy. We have found some really decent rare armors and stuff like that in this. Rares in general have gotten a bit of a improvement. Are they going to beat out rune words and uniques yet? No, probably not. But as far as until you have your chase gear, they are fairly solid. What's bad is while I'm playing this, I am just thinking about, oh, I want to go play some more Clair Obscur. I want to do New Game Plus. I went through before doing New Game Plus and actually got all the records and all the journal entries and all that stuff. So I might do a video that just shows those off as well. This is a little bit of a bonus footage. I don't think that's going to be it here. I can check. Pretty sure it's going to be a dead end. I can always be wrong, and I am wrong. Thankfully, we came back and checked. And if we die, yes, we lose XP and gold. It's not heartbroken by any of this. It's Diablo 2. I can get all of that back relatively easily. Okay, where are you, Fang Butt? There you are. Skinny Fang. Thank you for tuning into my OnlyFangs. The late night vampire donation-a-thon. Come on, there we go. Obviously, I am not killing super fast right now. I am still doing well enough that it's not a stress. Perfect timing on that level up, too. Amulet of the Viper. Let's go do our dialogue.
The light can never be extinguished by evil.
Hi, Lysander. How you doing? The darkness has been quenched. I keep doing shift on that because of other games that I've been testing out. For some reason, the design philosophy has changed to using shift for a lot of stuff instead of control. Okay, that. There. Make ourselves a stave. Should be telling us to go underneath the palace. I really hate that. The whole, like, you cannot check this thing until we're done doing our animation has always kind of frustrated me. Okay. See, that's what I dumped it on. To be sorted. Miscellaneous 1, I believe, is the one we want to go to. There's a 6-socket phase blade. There's a crystal sword 4-socket. There's our 3-socket phase blade. We'll replace it with that. But yeah, we have stuff to mess around with. In case we ever want to do weird builds, I am hoarding stuff just for that. And thank you for the follow, by the way. But we're not going to go out of our way to do more than just like the starter transfer that we did. The question is, do I do... Crescent Moon is just so much better. Just as an item thanks to the static field. This gives us fire resist down. This is just... It's not going to be useful for as many builds. It's definitely a question. Blessed Hammer on striking, Bone Spear on striking. Does it actually drop? No, it doesn't drop enemy magic resist, unfortunately. Otherwise, that'd be kind of interesting. Full Moon is the magic version. Then we also have a poison version. Yeah, we'll do Blood Moon. It's Shale, and Rawl.
Hello.
So Shale, Rawl. Gonna be some nice, pretty colors in there. And yes, I feel the urge to do it like this because otherwise I will put it together wrong. And I'll have wasted my rune. I like how it's called pickup. Okay, so yeah, it is Shale, and Rawl. Shale, Rawl. And that's what we've got. Hopefully this works out good for us. That is our upgrade. Let's see. Damage, not much higher, but we have the fire resist penetration. And we're going to be casting meteors. A lot. Are they going to do a lot of damage? Probably not. Where did you wander off to? Or did we... Where is he? He only wanders to 2 places. Did he get dragged somewhere?
Greetings.
Yeah, I don't... What? I'm sorry, my brain is just... Did he just disappear on us? That's going to make progressing to Act 3 kind of hard. And sorry if I missed chat messages on the Twitch side. If you are chatting, I just keep seeing welcome to the chat room pop up every few minutes because Twitch is being Twitch. That means that my chat window is refreshing like a lot. So it might get filtered out by that. I don't know what's up with Twitch at the moment. I need cannot be frozen now that I think about it. That'd be very handy right now. Unfortunately, there isn't really a good piece of gear I can make for that. Thankfully, they don't chill us for too long, but yeah, it's still mildly irritating. Yay, Orb of Infusion. I should probably check the Bone Wand. Because if I can make a good white from it, I probably should. I could farm freaking Act 1 for it, but... Or not Act 1, Act 2 normal for it. You can get some good 2-socket wands there. 5% chance of crushing blow. Yes, please. Thank you, game. May I have another? And yes, I will grab the waypoint just for the sake of sanity there. I don't really... There is no reason to ever go into the Halls of the Dead in this. Because it does the same thing a lot of other mods do, where it starts you with a cube. There's a few areas in Diablo 2 that are like that, where once you've gone through once, there is literally zero reason to return. And yes, we do have splash damage. And yeah, this has made a difference. That I am feeling that 35%. I think it's 35%. Yeah, the 35% enemy fire resist thing. Feeling it. That should definitely help in Act 4. In this act, it's fine. It is boosting our damage by at least that amount. But in Act 5, we're going to feel it a lot with things like the... whatchamacallits. The Balrogs. As far as this layout goes, I do not want to do the stairs one. So I think we're going to go bottom right. This is mini stairs instead of vanilla. But yeah, after this run, like after we finish Hell on the Paladin, I'm probably going to be going... Right now, the front runner is Shadow Hearts. Just because, guess what? I want to do some more RPGs. And I'm still on a timed RPG kind of kick, where your combat moves are timed. And that one would fit Nostalgia Bait pretty well. We did Kadelka, which is its spiritual predecessor. I mean, it's not even spiritual. It is its predecessor. You have story links between them, but I haven't ever actually gotten to beat Shadow Hearts. It's either that or possibly Legend of Dragoon. I know Legend of Dragoon will get more attention because everybody wants a remaster of Legend of Dragoon. Including myself. I would not mind a remaster, not a remake. I don't want a remake, I want a remaster. But still. I could dump into whatchamacallit, the resist all one. Salvation down here. I could dump into that just in case. It would give me a boost here. But at the moment, I think I want to get my zeal up so I have a better chance to hit. Because right now our chance to hit is still not 95%, despite being over-leveled. Did I pick up the set ring that I saw up there? Hopefully I did. There's a lot more set rings, for those of you that are curious. Oh no, it's a trap! Yeah, I picked it up. Back to Lutko Lane. Always into the east.
Stay a while and listen.
Blessings to you.
Cold damage, poison damage. I think we actually are using a cold damage one with 15% cold resist. How are we looking on cold resist? 232, so we would still be positive even in hell. So I think we do swap those out. It's going to be that one. Dole Rune needs to be gone through. That needs to be sold. That is Junk Jewel. We're building back up on our Junk Jewel supplies, sadly. Fall from Grace. We already have one of those. Is this one better? 4964 versus... yeah, this is better. And it's also a 6-8 instead of a 5-8. I do want to keep Seraphim. If we get another Seraphim, we're replacing the Fall from Grace. Redemption, Hell's Embrace, Tyrael's Grief. I'm wondering what that one's going to be. Four to 6 lightning damage, cold resist. What is our life? Okay, so 760 versus 746. I think we're fine getting rid of that. Adding more elemental damage is always welcome. Okay, Doe. Bob Doe. It's the rune from Bob Doe. And yeah, we're about to start seeing a lot of these runes start overtaking these again. I mean, they already have. Because this section right here, due to how runes drop, tends to get a lot better. It peaks around Tal, as far as how rune drops go. And these generally will preclude the L from dropping, which means generally if we're going to need more L runes, we're going to have to go back to normal. We'll get a few from time to time, but it's not going to be a consistent supply. Okay, we do not go down there. Right now we're sitting at how many plus skills? 4? Not great, not terrible. And I didn't grab Arcane. God dang it. Man, it is one of those days. My brain, it just does not function properly today. I walked right by Arcane Sanctuary. Waypoint and just like, there we go. Now we have it. We will go this way next. This is the flat path. This is how much damage we do without our aura. Now this is how much damage we do with our aura. It is significantly different. Yeah, with aura, without aura. That is a, what, 2,300 damage difference on the high end? Yeah, all we need now is a Phoenix shield. Or even a Phoenix weapon would be fine, too. Phoenix would probably be better than what we have. But hey, we wouldn't be able to cast meteors with Phoenix. It'd be far less fun. Now, I could possibly... Actually, that might be worth money. Yeah, it had a lot of plus skills on it. But, yeah, I could possibly do a classic run and see how it is altered in this. Because, yes, you can turn off Legend of Lord of Destruction. You can turn it off. Slightly curious which items carry over, because set items were a thing. I don't know if we'd have elite uniques or not. I know we wouldn't have rune words, and obviously wouldn't be able to transfer between the characters unless we brought it over to expansion content. Second try. Hello, Summoner. You are immune to fire. You are a jerk. I mean, I'm not really suffering here life-wise, but... Them's my meteors, not his.
Rest in peace, tortured soul.
Ooh, Arathas. I think that's our second set of Arathas, oddly enough. Second part, that is. Eight all attributes, 30% magic find. That is hilarious. That's our magic find ring if we ever want one. Let's see, attack rating, lightning resist, not going to use it right now. Weapon lightning damage, probably going to be thrown away. We could use them for recrafting other stuff. Because when you re-roll them, you can actually get... You can re-roll charms like you do with amulets and stuff. Well, amulets, you roll them into rings and then back into amulets, but still. Yes, I am chugging the drink today. Circle Smile is going to be the one that's in the book. I don't know why I feel obsessed with guessing what it's going to be just by... Because you can look at these and it'll tell you what it's going to be. But I don't know why I'm obsessed with doing that. And Circle Smile should be over here on the right, if I remember correctly. Oh, there's a tall rune. Yes, I will be picking up as many runes as I get, simply because they stack to 100. Will I go beyond 100? That's more on the fence. I don't think I'm going to ever need more than 100 of a given rune, unless I am re-rolling stuff a lot. But if I do go over 100 on some of them, it's just going to be... I'll make a mule for runes. And put the full stack on that mule. But I don't think I'm ever going to reach that point within the next 2 runs, at least. I will probably go through with every single class in this mod, though. Okay, so that is triangle. I think Circle Smile is here. Yeah. Should probably verify. Is it actually? Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're going in. It's supposed to show the right one, but because it came in. Oh, we have a skull. I have probably missed so many gems by this point, just because they're that, like, powder blue, and it just looks like white to me. It mashes the mana potions as well, which I have not cared about on either character. Because we were a summon necro and a very odd helmet. Because we were a summon necro and now we're a holy fire paladin. We don't care about mana on either of those builds, really. Oh no. Whatever will I do? I am a crowd control build, controlling freaking crowds. And this is actually a really kind of annoying combo of enemies, by the way. Vampires with greater mummies is just not nice. Thankfully, we have good resist, so it doesn't hurt us as much. Ghosts, yeah, these basically have ideal res partners going on in this. Every enemy in here can be resurrected by the greater mummies. Now let's see if I remember to drop it off of player's 8 before going into fight Duriel. Will Alzorath remember this time? Probably not. Because I never do. For I am Smrt. SMRT Smrt. So I think we might have gotten... no, we didn't get first path. First path? We didn't get first path. There we go. Yeah, I do wish more games would learn from Diablo 2 in terms of just giving us a nice little world to explore. Not overcomplicated, trying to pretend like we're more complex than we need to be. Looking at you, Path of Exile. The passive tree on it is, this could have been a stat tree. It's like, this could have been an email situation for ARPGs. It's not bad, it's just, it could have been done better. I do think Last Epoch does the exact same thing, but it does it better by having it broken up. So you're not having to sit there and be all, like, strange about it. Like, now I need to do my dissertation on this thing I just spent 40 hours reading every note in to decide which way I want to go for my particular build. Give me a stat tree or attribute thing. Give me upgrades that I need certain stats for. It could be accomplished just that easy. Basically, you would just need a second kind of like mini skill tree based on your attributes. You could have the entirety of the Path of Exile passive tree done. Without it being just a large clusterfuck that people act like you have to study for 90 years. To be qualified to critique our game. But yeah, I have over 500 hours in it. Actually, I had over 500 hours whenever I did the first review of Path of Exile. I can't even imagine what I probably have closer to 700 now. I have tried to get back into it and I've bounced a few times. I do like the skill system. I like the kind of materia-esque socketed into my gear kind of thing. I know that the second one does not do that. Instead, it has it on a little bar that you open. I haven't actually played the second one, so I can't judge the second Path of Exile. I'm waiting for it to go free to play. But I don't see myself getting too into it, sadly. A lot of skulls in a row. That can just go straight on the ground. Speaking of straight on the ground, kill these guys, and I will actually set up... I forgot to set up my lurk today. I don't even know who I should be lurking on right now. But I had completely forgotten to. Okay, so they're all streaming right now. You. You are my lurk target. They are doing art stuff. Okay. That is abnormal for the person I am lurking on. Usually they are just a gaming channel, but they are doing... looks like some kind of vector graphics right now. And yes, the reason I lurk on channels is because it's... I do prefer supporting other creators. The better other creators do, the better everyone on the platform does. And if I can support a creator that is actually a decent human being, the better. Me, I'm an asshole, but I try. Nothing in there that we really care. Oh, there's a ruby. See what I mean? See what I mean? We're gonna full clear this place, aren't we? Probably. We got too lucky on some of our other pathing. We're going to go, like, full ham on this. Watch me have gone into the wrong one. That would be about right, too. That would be on brand. I'm gonna have some picking up to do in this room. I have heard a jewel. I know we have 2 IOs on the ground. No, they're not lows. We gotta get low to get some grief. Seriously? Can I not click on you? Thank you. Okay, so we need those. Need that. Probably going to miss some items in here, but it doesn't matter. Bone Prison and Decrepify. Yeah, going through on Players 8, you get a lot of runes. And a lot of gems. Just because you have more enemies dying, you will get a lot of the... because those are considered trash drops. Even whenever it's a Zod. It is in that category of runes. I'm trying to think. Runes, potions, scrolls, keys, kind of stuff like that. I don't know why their favorite is drops by Ghost. But it's mostly because the only reason I know of is that Ghosts just have less options in their pools. Oh, and we do have a hard cutoff today. I don't know what time it's going to be, but when it starts storming, I'm going to have to cut off. And look, what... God damn it. I said I'd forget. I wholeheartedly intended to not forget. But I forgot to drop it off of Players 8, so we're going to be here a minute. So how's the weather, Daladon? As we slowly churn our way through Players 8 Duriel. Karen branded blade. That's not bad. It's not fast enough to justify using it because it's not a phase blade, but still. It's very sunny. It's a national holiday, and the government Scrapped a year ago to pay for wartime. Oh, what? It's a national holiday that the government scrapped a year ago to pay for wartime. Okay. That sucks. Could never scrap a holiday. Holidays are fun. And yes, I will continually forget to do stat points. Stat points are not important in Diablo. For anyone who's curious. Most of your colleagues took unpaid leave. I've done unpaid leave a few times.
I shall honor Tal Rasha's sacrifice by destroying all the prime evils.
I, funnily enough, was on unpaid leave for a while with COVID. I didn't have COVID. I take care of someone, so yeah. I was there with two others, like 10% of the workforce for work. So their plan to cut the national holiday was not quite effective.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Farah. You are in there somewhere. There you go. Let's see. Do I get rid of the Arctic belt? Yes, we already have one. Oh, nope. Keep forgetting what Rune 17 is. Yeah. You are in there somewhere. I shall have to remember that one. That's what you say whenever it's a bag of holding. Hiding in a bag of holding. I know you're in here somewhere. Turn it inside out. Everything, including the kitchen sink, comes with them. That would be a way to introduce a bumbling wizard. Jeez. I just thought about like what kind of chaos that would be. I know what I'm gonna get you guys. I got just the thing you need for your quest. I know it's in here somewhere. Starts digging around in the bag of holding. I can't, son of a bitch. Just pull it back out, flip it inside out. Everything drops out. There's like a dead rodent in there from 90 years ago. Bag of disturbing. Apparently, a new colleague of yours was revealed on The Bachelorette this season in Denmark. Never heard such excitement from a reveal. I don't know what I would do if someone I knew was on, like, The Bachelor or Bachelorette. It would definitely feel weird. Although I don't know if there is a difference between how people are chosen for those in Denmark. He's a sweetheart too. Hope they treat him nicely. If it's like the American one, they're not. I can tell you right now. If it's, you know, actual civil adult human beings, then they will.
Good day.
The American one is just cutthroat, let's be assholes to be assholes kind of situation. I am not a huge fan of American reality TV. We're getting a little full on gold again. Hey, Jaren's returned. Dude fucking vanished. I was confused whenever I was going to go in the palace and he was just nowhere to be found. But today has been a day. I'm glad I'm playing a game and just having a chill stream. Let's put it that way.
Greetings.
I walked most of the town. The only place he could have been is up by the mercenary guy. But yeah. I had the audio recording for the review I was going to release today corrupted. Yay! I'm gonna have to re-record that. I'm not even sure if it was like technically corrupted, just it was a mess. I was still able to open it. Just not good. So I'm gonna have to re-record that today. I'm going to edit some of the lines. Well, but everything's coming up Millhouse. Didn't sleep well. Have a bit of a scratch in my ear. So it's just been an adventurous day. And it's not even like anything bad. It's just like a bunch of just minor annoyances. Okay, so Act 3, we are definitely really feeling the lack of punch on this now. For Players 8, at least. If we were on Players 1, we'd still be decimating. You're not a minor annoyance. Actually, most of the viewers are not annoying. Funnily enough. Major League. Nah. Now, what am I getting? Oh, that guy. Well, he's dead now. Damn it, Jim, he's dead. And yes, we are still on Players 8. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I'm stubborn. We're going to be level 80 by the time we get to Hell difficulty. Especially considering we have XP up in multiple places. Ah, you fools. I hate this. There we go. Okay, refilling shrine. Thank you. Something in that really chunked our life. Yeah, generally speaking, either 4 hours or when the storm starts, I'm probably going to have to cut it. Just for sanity's sake. And just get stuff done. Get stuff fixed. There we go. That's probably a better way to phrase it. Spider Cavern. We're going to get ourselves an eyeball. This place can be dangerous, but I think we're fine. Some of the spider guys can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. Please don't kill her. Thank you. Another rune. Makes up for the one we just used. Making our fire version of Crescent Moon. Okay. That goes in there. Identify these. We haven't done an assassin yet, so, I mean, maybe? Maybe that's our third character? Doubtful, but... The power to go home. I wish I had that in real life sometimes. And what I wouldn't give to be able to just set up a town portal somewhere in real life. I wouldn't even need to be able to set up multiple at a time. Just the ability to set up one and have it just stay there consistently. I don't even care if it allowed other people to use it or not. Just have a town portal. Then you imagine if everyone had one. And they all look the same. Life would get kind of weird and annoying. You have a portal jam at your workplace. And like every Tuesday, Sam goes into the wrong one and ends up on your doorstep. I don't know where I am. Tech support, my portals have crossed. No, you just went into the wrong one, Sam. Lordy, lordy. Sorry, I needed a drink. I'm actually almost out of drink, by the way. The meteor is coming from this. We made ourselves a blood moon. It is the mod's runeword version of like fire crescent moon. Thank you for the hydrate, Daladon. Yeah, it's a level 13 meteor, and we can cast a fireball too with it. It's not as noticeable. Not bad. I do think Crescent Moon is still better and would still be better for us because it has static field. If they had made up for it by giving this, say, Crushing Blow or something like that, this would have been competitive with Crescent Moon. But we only chose it because we're seeing how far we can just claw through with Players 8 on Holy Fire in this. I am way over leveled. We are starting to feel kind of like the lag of damage. That said, this meteor is, while it's not doing a lot of work, it is helping a little bit. It's providing that extra little bit of tick damage to make us be able to last a bit longer. Okay, what are the odds that we have a marsh skip in this? It's actually not that terribly uncommon to get marsh skips. It's just, if you don't have one, life sucks. But how's it going, Demon? Or should I call you Stray? I mean, I could call you any name, but that would start getting rude because I don't come up with creative names very easily right now. My brain is not entirely there. You know, the last few times I've done it, I've had to pass through Marsh and Gloams, and the Flare and Marsh waypoint straight next to each other. That's always fun. And it's not terribly uncommon either for the waypoints to just do that kind of like mishmash thing. Where you have like a crossover there and it's just a transition zone. I am slightly sad that was not the waypoint for this. As little as I come back here, it is nice to have the waypoints. Just in case I want to do some testing or something like that. I am going to check this way. Let our mercenary do some work. I mean, she does okay damage. Nowhere near as much as us, but she does okay. Okay, so this is Marsh. It might not be a bad Marsh, though. Bad Marsh being Gloams. I hate Gloams. Gloams can rot in hell. So if we have a flare, and you can actually have a disconnected marsh and flared as well, which is in and of itself mildly weird and like contrary to the rest of the game. May your clones be few and your flares fast. As long as they're melee flares. I have been in the situation where I'm just sitting there chasing around the little dart flares for 5 minutes. I hate it when I scratch my ear. It's so irritating because it doesn't hurt, but it's kind of like that like off feeling. Well, we got an MP5 and a diamond. Where is our waypoint? It should be with this one. There it is. So if we get the skip, it's going to be at the end of this zone. It's going to be over here on the eastern side. We could very well not get the skip, though. It could just be attached on the other side of the Mersh. Don't want to pick that up. I keep... Do I really care about the enemies having their own chances to punch me? This is one reason why Holy Fire is hilarious. And if you actually have a dragon in, they can get even more hilarious. Because then you'll have a much higher level multi target thing. That reminds me, I need to actually do a keyword search on the rune words for Holy Freeze. See if it is possible to make a Holy Freeze Oridon with items. Kind of like what we do with Tesladins and Dragondins. I keep calling them Dragondins, but yeah. So, do we have the skip? We could. I'm highly doubting it at this point, but we could. I don't know, if this river turns south, we could. It's not always just like a straight skip. It is sometimes literally Black Marsh just does not connect. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. I should also, I have like 90 different things I need to get work done on, and it's just like, eh. Like, I need to do things like do the overlay and stuff like that for the plan for the channel. I need to do next week's schedule. I think for now I'm going to stick to 5 videos on Let's Play Everything that are not archives. Just for sanity's sake. Yes, that means we're giving up 2 days, but... I am okay with this for now. As long as I have time to do the other stuff I need to get done. Yeah, I don't think we've got transition to it. This would have to go back up. I don't think it's gonna. There is a possibility for it to, but Because this could branch up northeast. It doesn't. Nope, we don't have the skip. That sucks. And yes, with no pickup, you don't pick up gold unless you have alt pressed, which is the reason I sometimes avoid using it, but I'm tired of picking up trash. Pretty decent damage there. I don't think they gave it a proper boost, oddly enough. So onwards to the marsh. And yes, while I have alt pressed, I can pick up anything. But yeah, backslash no pickup is a pretty handy thing if you're tired of picking up trash while you're walking around. Okay, so we're going to want to beeline to the right and just ignore everything in here. No guarantees this will end well. We were actually starting to see our stamina slowly creep down there. I say beeline to the right and I immediately cross the bridge to the left to kill shit. So Jawbone Cap, I actually don't remember. It's Chaoskin, not great mods. All the portal shrines, they are ours. There's two ways this can form. I think generally speaking what we want to do is go as far north as we can and run along the top line. And then go as east as fast as possible. Because what it can be is it can be up at the top over here, or it can be over to the right over there. Looks like we may not be gloamed. Yeah, I don't think we did get gloams. Which is good. This is probably like a waypoint or something. We don't care. We don't deal with no stinking waypoints. And yes, the transitions between the zones can be through pinch points. So you can have them through basically where you see the totems flanking a path. You can have them on the corner of some areas. There's actually quite a few ways you can end up with transitions between zones in here. Are many of them common? No. Usually it's just at the end of the zone or in one of the polyps. Hello, drowned carcasses. I do find it interesting how resistant to fire they are. I guess because they're waterlogged, they're resistant to fire. Great Marsh, what's so great about it? I am never sure on that one. The great pain in the ass is what it is. There's Flayer Jungle. We actually do need to wander around in here. And no, I'm probably not going to kill every single Flayer. If they follow me, awesome. They'll die to the aura. I just don't feel like chasing down every single one because they've got the freaking Fallen approach to AI, which is, oh no, I'm alone. I'm going to run away. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yonk. And as usual, if we find the Flayer dungeon first, we just put up a TP and go looking for the waypoint. And by look for the waypoint, I mean we go to the east until we either find the Flayer waypoint or we find the... I need to just doot. Yeah. We either go until we find the Flayer waypoint on an easy off path, or we go all the way to Lower Carest. Another set ring, cool.
This blade
Thank you, little
pierce
weak
the
guy.
heart of evil.
Paladin skills, light radius reduction, plus 13 sanctuary, but that doesn't work for us. It only works for people that aren't paladins. All we get from it is plus 3. Let's see, where is it? Is it under offensive? There it is. Yeah, see, we don't get all the points from it because it's an O skill. If it was a class specific skill, we would. It's still not bad. I just will probably end up using it on a barbarian or something. Because that would be actually kind of handy. Is this a 3-socket death mask? Not see you. Can I... Ow, pathfinding. Oh, it's 2-socket. Okay, did we put up a town portal? I think we did. Should show up. Yeah, we did. Shows you how much I'm actually paying attention to what I am doing. There we go. But yeah, this is my I needed chill game, so it works out pretty well. There's very few things that can actually get me really tilted. I did get slightly tilted at just how durable some of the enemies were in hell difficulty. But we were on, that was with summon necro. Of course, durable enemies that don't do more damage are going to be a bit more of a problem for that. And the reason why we grabbed the waypoint out here, by the way, it's not because I don't want to walk back out. It's because it takes so long to walk back out. And actually, that might be the Great March waypoint. It's not. Because, yeah, sometimes you can have, like, the waypoint zone linked to it. And yes, I am going to murder these guys just for drops and for a little bit more XP, because we're about to hit level 63. Oh, and that's a dumbass move on my part. I meant to go vitality. We have energy now. Oh, I am completely awake. How much XP boost do we have? 11%. Actually not that bad. I'll fix that with a respec eventually. It doesn't matter right now. I could always just say, oh, I did that on purpose to show you that stats don't matter. They really don't. Yeah, stats are not that important. For anyone who's really curious about how the stuff in Diablo 2 works, there are things that you can do with a lot of investments into specific stats. Like if you are doing a multi-shot Amazon, for example, you can glass cannon into dexterity, and that will give you a notable boost in damage. But 5 points here and there is not going to make a difference. That is 5% on the aura stack. So it doesn't actually make that big of a difference whenever you are already stacking hundreds, if not over 1,000 onto your aura stack. Need dex early on for plague. As long as you have enough stats for your gear, you'll be fine. As long as you level up. But admittedly, hitting with attacks does require a bit of action, a bit of attack rating, which is influenced by dexterity to an extent. You're usually better off just getting an Act 1 mercenary with their insight, or getting an Act 2 mercenary with blessed aim. We will identify that, see if it's worth keeping. It is not. Lillerker? What? That is a caster helmet. I'm confused by it a little bit. It's like baby's first, Shaco. Shako. Chakao. I don't care how it's pronounced. There's Janice's gloves.
Thank you.
Another grand charm. I am picking up all the charms just because they can have good stuff. Are they likely to? No. But can they? Yes. Let's see. Yeah, sorry for not being like super chatty today. If we want to talk about a subject, you're welcome to bring it up, and I will ramble for an hour on it. There's just only so many times I can say, "Oh no, look at how much damage Holy Fire is doing." It is still impressive that we are able to get this far in it with basic gear. We haven't done proper farming. Our gear is only strong because let's go ahead and take those guys out. Yeah, we're only second character in, so, and haven't done grinding on any of them really. Probably ask you to tutor you on the whole stacking and gemstone nonsense in the modded version, or how damage stacks. Really wish that they would let us stack it in vanilla, but that would require building new systems and actually putting people on the team to work on Diablo 2. Modded? Not too hard. The only thing that I get kind of irritated about whenever I'm looking at the stacked runes is it doesn't tell me what they do whenever they're in a stack. And sadly, to stack them, I have to like manually drag them over to my normal inventory because they won't stack in the stash. I'm guessing this is going to be the waypoint. Putting that out into the universe. Lot of flayers without a daddy. We're gonna have like one of every rune at this point? Jesus. It doesn't look like we actually have. A waypoint. That sucks. How are we actually looking on resources? 348,000 gold. Sheena's Heartwood. Would you like some of Sheena's Heartwood? Yeah, as far as the gems, the reason I don't put the bags at over 100 is just because I don't want them getting buggy on me. I don't trust mods that let me stack infinite things into a single container. Because I will hoard everything. Okay, so this is going to be the bridge across. There's going to be a lightning boy here. What build are you playing in modded, by the way? I know you're doing a plague in vanilla. Not a plague, the disease that spreads. The druid one. Rabies, there we go. It's all rabies at the moment. All rabies, all the time. You know what? When we do druid, I should do a rabies build just to see how it goes. We have the stuff to actually make okay weapons for it. I don't know if I'm going to get through hell on it. I'm sure you'll do fine. Just tell me at like how far in you start struggling, so I'll know that I can start feeling my own personal pain on that. And thankfully, in this game's actually pretty easy to pick up. It doesn't require you to know all the idiosyncrasies that are expected of people who make freaking guides to actually just play through, which is nice. I do think a lot of people see videos and see like end game gear and immediately think that, oh, I have to have that kind of stuff, or I have to know how everything works to get it, and you really don't. Oh, for God's sake, I hate those guys. When they run away like that, it's just like, my AI refuses to stop running. One thing you've noticed is that the Guardians just laugh and throw dark bolts after you. Oh, yeah. There we go. I think I am having a drainage. Let's go ahead and flash the recording real quick, though. I know, TMI. We are all human beings. And there's the first waypoint we've spotted since putting up our town portal. The guy's in Act 2. Oh. The greater mummies. Yeah, those guys are irritating. They don't ever die from poison. You really have to smack them in the face. Unless you have some kind of minus poison resist going on. The magic ring's gonna do me no good either, probably. So now that we have like a full-ass inventory of runes, I'm going to clean that up. Rune licking. And welcome, our stats going to 0 pretty soon. As I get all that identified by Kanani. Just went into the ruined temple in Kuras, bit one person, it spread to the whole temple, and only the boss survived with half HP. I love when that happens. That is such a joyous thing. Oh, we got... Ooh, that looks like Dookie. That looks like someone's skid mark on that charm. Okay, physical damage reduction. 2 mana per kill. We actually want to keep these 4 charms. Increase maximum life we keep. That's an actually okay junk jewel. I'm going to sell that. We're probably not going to use Shadow Disciplines that much. Shadow Disciplines generally fall into the 1-point wonder category. At least for me. Okay, we have way too many gems in there. So we'll start our new bag. So we have over 200 gems to play with, so we don't have to worry about gems for a while. I'm still going to pick them up, because why not? But, yeah, I don't see us doing too much with them. Sorry for stretching, Jesus. I'm getting old, folks. That is our inventory cleaned up just a little bit. That might be able to go on our... Actually, that is worse than what we're using, isn't it? Oh, that's cleansing aura, though. Put it into this stash. For now. Hey, Adam, how's it going? We are still pushing through with Holy Fire. Have all the town portals going. It's a bit ridiculous. We're gonna watch us find yet another portal shrine down here or something. That would crack me up. Oh no, the dark shapes. I am mildly surprised we have not seen a Zod rune or a Cam rune. You killed my mercenary, you little shit. I mean, you gave me a unique sword for it and dropped enough gold for me to resurrect her, but you little shit. We'll put up a new TP once we find the stairs. There we go. And today is what, Friday? Oh, come on. There. Yeah, it is Friday. That means I have to do my D&D prep today as well. Well, Lancer prep, but still.
Good evening.
Increase mana and lightning damage. Actually, no, we'll keep that one. And demand for justice. Static field when you kill an enemy plus skills. I'm not sure who that sword is for. I'm guessing some kind of barbarian build. Plus all skills, faster hit recovery, enhanced weapon damage, life per demon kill, and XP improved. The static field when you kill an enemy makes it less useful. Because if you're already killing enemies, chances are you've softened everything up already.
Hello.
I'm not entirely sure. I see a real big use for that. It's there, but I don't think we'll ever use that one. And yes, I saw the Death Sentry. I heard the gem drop. There it is. Yoink. Actually, I'm mildly surprised we haven't gotten any, like, of the fetishes down here. Yeah, we want to go this way. At least I thought we did. I guess we didn't. I was thinking this was going to be the stairs, but nope. I might need to work on getting my mercenary a little bit more survivability. She keeps making me nervous. She only has died once recently, but do make me nervous. I am noticing that we are not getting many of the original uniques. Holy Freeze Aura when equipped. Interesting. Freezes target, 75% cold resist. Doesn't give any kind of cold penetration, but could be fun on a low-level barbarian. Or paladin, or even druid. Because that would slow down enemies and let you do a lot more kind of work in that field. Pop that open. There we go. Come on, give me stairs. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Huh. What layout did we get today? This one is... Yeah, this has a fixed number of layouts. I think it's this way. I come down here so rarely. Literally just once per difficulty, never again. But I think it's this way. And then down left. You not, thank you. Yeah, it's just a matter of remembering the jank-ass path it wants me to take through this stuff. There we go. Yeah, different ones have you basically do the entire lap in a different direction. Most of them are a long lap. We did have the normal difficulty one, which was one of the odd layouts that isn't. There's like 2 or 3 of them that are that way. You're in the sewers? I'm sorry. Yeah, the sewers here are a little bit of a pain in the butt. Because basically you have polyps around the edge that can be the downward stairs, and then you have, I think, 4 slots in the center that can be downward stairs. Okay, more life, like we originally intended. Should probably go turn in the statue, rather than toting it around like a moron. Sewers have more greater mummies. They can spawn without them sometimes, but yes, it's actually very uncommon for it not to have greater mummies. We got Arcanas. Sweet.
Hello.
I'm getting a lot more infusions than the other ones, which makes me slightly disappointed. Because I actually would like to make set and unique items from them, but I'd have to look up how to get more of them. I have a feeling terror zones are going to be the way we do it. Of course, those also give us corruption orbs, which means it is going to interfere with the orb drops. Yay. But yeah, being able to farm on player's 8 is going to just innately get us more drops, period.
Good day.
And keep doing that. Misclicking and stacking it onto something else. Halim's mind was not in the gutters. So we head north to the entrance to the next area. Was that? Yeah, that was a rune just as soon as we appear in here. Not upset. More runes, more good. I think on the third run we might hit 100 on a few of them. Especially if we do P8. If we don't do P8, maybe not, but I'm always amazed at what Google's closed caption thing actually picks up on and what it doesn't. It's very strange. Like it'll get some like weird combinations of words and or letters and numbers perfectly fine, but it'll get real words incorrect heavily, or names. Names it does all over the place. War boots, those actually could be better. Burst of speed on level up. Otherwise, nothing real extraordinary. But that 100% chance to burst of speed is hilarious to me. I want the waypoint before we go down to the sewers. And before we go into the whatchamacallit, Ruined Temple. Short warbow. No, we didn't just get this one. That's Arctic. We have 3 parts of Arctic now. I should make a mule for completed sets as well. That way I know if I go in there, I can always just grab a full set. There's our waypoint. We haven't even found the right temple yet. We'll do the temple before we do the sewers. I think this is not going to be it. Could be wrong. I've been wrong many times before. Even more so times just today. The sound is good and so clean. What's the secret? Actually, I'm not a huge fan of my sound, but it's just having over a decade of experience doing YouTube. I have a stage microphone, oddly enough, right now, because it's got directionality to keep you from hearing the neighbors. It would actually be clearer if I was using my AT2020. That I use that for voiceovers, but I have to kind of mess around. And you love the Arctic set? The Arctic set is good. But also, another important thing to clean sound is to know not to go over the top. If I yell into the microphone, it'll just straight up peak and it'll sound absolutely awful. Right now there is a bit of, I don't want to call it a growl on the audio. There is this microphone in particular has a bit of a thing where it sounds like it's peaking when it's not, even whenever you're talking normal. But the trick to most audio on YouTube is just talking at a normal volume. You can do like, oh yeah, I'm over the top, blah, 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 kind of stuff, and have it be okay enough if you actually go to the side. But for the most part, you want to just be talking just normal. That way it doesn't peak out on the microphone's end and kind of mess up the audio and make it sound odd. The I can tell you the exact make of this microphone if you want. Game sound is trash. That can be due to some factors. I record using OBS. I stream using OBS. But generally keep the game volume down in the green zone on the volume mixers, and you want your vocal volume to be sitting up in the yellows and low reds while you're talking. Unless you're going to be yelling a lot, and then you want to tune it to where whenever you're talking, the voice audio is still in the green, and you actually want the game audio even lower. If you're going to be yelling a lot, you want to have it so that the loudest noise you regularly make is just going into the red on OBS. But yeah, this is a... Let me go see what it's called. Need to Alt-Tab to that. I can tell you exactly what it is. It is longer in my past orders. What the hell? Do they not sell this one anymore? They do. Audio-Technica 2005 USB cardioid dynamic is what I use. Streamlabs is actually kind of bad. Just a heads up. As far as the audio stuff goes. And as far as getting... There are people who have way better results than me. The OBS Discord is going to help you out a lot more, because they can actually dip into other software you can use alongside it to help improve the quality, and there are people there that know way more about it than me. No, this is not a card. AT2005 is a microphone. It is currently in the US. It's $70 right now, but I got mine for $30 back in the day. It goes on sale quite a lot. It's a stage microphone though, so you have to get kind of weird stuff to actually set it up. If you want like good, just clean, reasonable audio, there's some good $30, $40 microphones, but yeah, but the OBS like official Discord is a really good place to ask for help on that. And just, I 100% recommend switching back to just like plain OBS. The plugins are better. It's less overhead as far as your system goes. It's all around better to use. An Obi from Rokat. I'll have to. I actually have not heard of that one before. I am not a sound engineer, just a heads up. I just do with what I can, but I can look that up real quick. It's a German manufacturer, okay. And it's gaming accessories. Oh, one from them, okay. I'm guessing you have either the Torch or the Cinmax. I have not heard of this brand before. Oh, I think I have a feeling I know what microphone is underneath that. I just can't remember the name of it for the life of me. There is a common microphone used for those type of desktop ones where you have the knobs. I just can't remember the name of it. It's not a bad microphone. It's going to be hard to get in a good position for your voice, though. Generally speaking, microphones that just sit on your desk like that are going to struggle a bit. You usually want one that you can mount on a boom stand or something like that. On a boom arm. Or with a... Because mine is attached to, like, a dirt cheap... Well, I wouldn't say dirt cheap, it's a Hale. But... microphone arm. It's basically like, I can't afford a Rode, so I get a Hale. But it lets you set it up so that it's actually close to your face. Whenever it's on the desk, like on the actual desk, you're going to be 2 or 3 feet away from it. Right now, for most microphone work to be nice and clean, you want it relatively close to your face unless you are using a shotgun mic. Oh, Rokat are dead, sadly. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's always sad when companies go down, but there will always be someone to step in their place. Especially whenever it comes to things like streaming. But yeah, I would definitely... Audio-Technica is a brand I can stand behind for 99% of the stuff. A 2020 will capture room noise if you're not careful with it. A 2005 is very directional. I use the 2005 for the reason I mentioned, so you can't hear my neighbors and you can't hear people flushing the toilet because I'm right next to the bathroom. But we need to go down in the sewers, speaking of bathroom. Find the waypoint, though. Yeah, I generally probably wouldn't have time to give you, like, specific one-on-one help with your audio. but I can, the OBS server, at least the few times I've had to interact with them, they've been relatively friendly. But they do specifically help mostly with OBS itself. There is probably some audio advice you can get on there as well. I'm trying to think what other ones would be available. That would be kind of good for microphones that are cheap. Can I transfer you my settings? That just very much depends on your voice. I use a few plugins. Probably the most important plugin, in my opinion, and it's relatively minor one. I'm assuming the one you're using is a USB connection. I didn't actually look at that. Yeah, it's a USB connection. Probably one of the most important things that I got for the OBS plugin was its Win Audio. I can actually go grab you the link for it quick. This plugin right there for... Oh, I have to sign into chat. Damn you. Do it over here. But yeah, this plugin right there is probably the most important thing I have on OBS. But it doesn't work with Streamlabs OBS. It only works with normal OBS. Streamlabs isn't terrible. And it actually would allow me to do one thing that I want to do. But its overhead is just super gnarly. And it's less stable than normal OBS for me. You went through all the sewers? I mean, I feel that. We're probably going to do much the same. Unless we get lucky. Each of these sides has 2 polyps we can mess with. Okay, up here. Oh, we got it first try. Daladon, I'm gonna make you jealous. Oh God, holy freeze! Holy crap, that's irritating. Got him. Not intentionally, but we got him. Go bite some council members to feel better. Identify that one. Not bad. That's actually a decent little claw. There are better that we can make, but not bad. But yeah, vanilla OBS, generally you're going to have a lot more options as to what you can do, because more people are going to make plugins for it. Whereas Streamlabs OBS is... They've done some scummy stuff, I'm going to say that, but that's not the main reason to avoid them right now. It's just, it's a closed ecosystem, and a lot of people do not support their plugins on that. Because it changes it just enough that the plugins are a pain in the ass. But yeah, that plugin on regular OBS allows me to separate out anything that I want. You have this one already, even on Streamlabs? Okay. But yeah, it allows you to break out the audio and control a lot of things about it that you normally wouldn't be able to without a DAC. And yes, a DAC is a pain in the ass to set up, so I don't even mess with it, because I don't... One thing is reduce the friction when streaming. And also, if you're unsure about your audio, do some test streams. Stream them unlisted, or even private. Watch them afterwards. See if you have any kind of upload issues. See if you have any kind of audio issues you can correct. Stuff like that. That way you can kind of hop through and go ahead and... Oh yeah, I need to take it up to him. But yeah, it'll give you a chance to just figure some things out. There is test streaming options on Twitch. There are
from evil.
test streaming options on YouTube. There's a few options for multi-streaming from your own computer without having to use a service. Those vary in quality. The one that I use is kind of mid-quality, but it's what I know, so I don't really mess with it. It works. I don't have to like switch over to something else. There is a better one that some of the creators that I work with have pointed me towards. And I will probably eventually switch to it, especially if I set up a B line for streaming and recording. But we'll see. I think 75 and 66, we're almost there for her to get that. Although we might want it ourselves. So what are you planning on streaming, out of curiosity? Since curiosity killed the cat and El gato es tengo en mi pantalones. What? No, that's an entirely different joke. I don't understand Spanish, so I make the joke from Blue Streak. Cold Dark Claymore. That sounds odd. I haven't ran across that one. There's a lot of new uniques in this mod. +3 masteries. Is it O skill or is it class skill? Oh, it's for barb specific. Yeah, I have noticed that there are a lot more uniques with sockets. I do not disapprove. But yeah, pretty chill. Diablo 2 is pretty chill to stream. Good for practicing. 30 to 70 damage, 3 sockets, +3 masteries. Goes in for the dual wielding later. I mean, I am eventually going to have to do a barbarian on these runs. So I'll keep an eye out for that one. For anyone that doesn't know, I'm not a huge fan of barbarian. I am not a whack it and run character. Because we found 2 portal shrines. We're not going to use them, but yeah, portal shrines. I think the most I've had from portal shrines in a single act is 4 or 5. That also just tends to happen whenever you've played the game for, God, 25 years now. Diablo 2 could rent a car. Jesus, I feel old. I was an adult when this came out. I kind of wish they'd come out against me because my mercenary is going to just get completely destroyed by all this. Come on, charge me.
September shall shine anew with the light.
Yes, I am literally standing here taking damage so she doesn't. You're facing issues with chance to hit. You just saw an upgrade recipe for Helm that adds ignore target defense. I'm actually surprisingly not having that much of a problem hitting right now. More, I just don't want them to go after my mercenary. But that is kind of a cool recipe. I'll have to look that one up. Why aren't you in Hellbell yet? Skill issues? How old are you? I am what is known as too damn old. Literally ran across a video of somebody who was like, I hadn't heard of the Might and Magic franchise. And I just immediately turned to dust. So as they mentioned that was like a well-known franchise when I was in high school even. Made me feel old. But yes, I am in my 40s, if you're curious. I generally will not get more specific than that. I might do a birthday week stream this year. We'll see. It's coming up soon. But I don't think I'll ever reveal my exact birthday. I have to decide if I actually want to reveal that or if it's too much information. No, 40s. I'm in my 40s. Don't wish that upon me. If it's any consolation, most guys in my family do not live long enough to see those numbers. We are just old. Yup. I think the comment I made, because it was a video on Expedition 33. I was watching some of like the production, a video that was trying to explain the production history of it. But the person who was making the video said they had not heard of the Might and Magic franchise before. And when they looked it up, it was just a mobile game. And I just immediately went, oh, I've been gomaged. It hit me in the soul. What little of it I have left. You can ask the question every year. There'll be one year when you answer the 50s. Generally speaking, at any given moment, unless I stop and actually math it out, I don't know my exact age. I know that sounds very strange, but at a point, and I don't know if this happens to everyone, but at a point, I just kind of stopped paying attention to the exact number. Just every now and then I'll be like, oh, which spectrum am I on as far as decades go? So I could hit the 50s and not realize I'm in the 50s for like 2 years. Hey, Corey. How's it going? Yeah, you might get close. You're going to be waiting a while. I'm kind of like in the middle range. I actually don't remember exactly which 40-something I am. Level 12 cleansing aura short sword? That sounds like a plague. Yeah, gave up keeping count. Yeah, you can post them on the Discord. In the gaming channel, it's perfectly fine. That's what it's there for. I do need to probably modify the rules of the server, though, a little bit. Because while I do not discourage political discourse, by the way, I generally, as far as my personal comfort level with political discourse, it is kind of in the realm of it needs to be something that is evidenced and able to be proven or disproven at the point. And it's not been a huge problem yet. I've had it come up a couple times. But whenever it's like, breaking news, so-and-so is a whistleblower on such and such. Yes, good, it's nice to know that, but it is important to also remember, called Cursebreaker Gladius. Ooh, that sounds kind of cool. It's a nice name. Yeah, I definitely am of the realm of it needs to be at a point where we can discuss it for it not to just turn into a toxic shitfest. I've seen it happen on too many servers when people are like, breaking news, and then either it turns into drama where people side one side or the other and just go completely stupid on it without paying any attention to evidence. And I don't really have, well, on those servers, the ones where I'm a moderator at least, there's no real recourse I have because I don't have a way to say, okay, this side is making shit up. And this side isn't because there's no evidence one way or the other. It's literally just he said, she said situations. This is doubly true whenever there's questionable credibilities. Let's go ahead and chuck that down. Those will go in there. We are level 66, folks. Yeah, I am an old geezer. College educated, but no degree. By college educated, I mean I have 5 years in college. I was a double major, so that's why I didn't get a degree. Things kind of came up and life changed. Let's see. That is a mana recharge shrine. Sure, I'll take it. Not that's going to particularly help me. I'm just looking for the waypoint, my guys. Where is our waypoint hiding at? Someone want to tell me? Someone want to help? Ask and thou shalt receive. Thol. And a dole. Ooh. Replenish life plus 10 and magic find. I mean, our life replenishment is not bad already. I think we go with that. Actually, no, we go ahead and ditch the maximum life one. Maximum life is nice, but we don't really need it right now. That's a very strange set of gloves. That's mana regen. That's actually going to be helpful later on. But hopefully everyone is doing all right today. Sorry for getting on a little bit of a... You can only put it in the memes? Well, that's weird. Memes is fine, but let me go ahead and... That is very strange that it won't let you put it into general gaming. Let me go see what settings those are real quick. Send messages, embed links, attach files. Okay, so we go down to general gaming. Make sure those settings are the same. Oh, there we go. There we go. You should be able to do it now. Yeah, I have a Discord. I have a Discord server. It's a redirect link, but discord.alzorath.com will send you to it. No, it's because I hadn't set up the settings to actually allow it. It should allow it now in general gaming. You can test it if you want. There you go. Let's go ahead and just dump that in there. I might actually use that later. Yeah, my Discord server's mostly focused on just hanging out. It's not super active. But I am probably going to start holding community nights there. Where we play through Diablo and stuff.
Yes.
I do need to update the rules, though. Let's see. It is Cursebreaker. That amplified damage when struck is actually kind of nice on a barbarian. Cleansing aura when equipped is very nice. Oh, yeah, it should work. There it goes. My bot eventually responds. 15 strength, 50 life, 29 fire resist. That's a nice one-handed sword. The Claymore is a niche use one. I probably wouldn't end up using that one, but it's kind of neat. And I would show stream, but unfortunately, I don't have things set up to actually show the single images. Yeah, there's a few commands, by the way. I haven't implemented too much as far as like point usage and stuff, but each chat message does generate a point. From Durance of Hate 2 and 3. How are you liking that all the Council guys are just right around Mephisto now. I do like that I don't have to worry about weapon durability anymore. More plague victims, you mean? I mean, true. I've just been getting a lot of runes, oddly enough. Yeah. I will do what I can to help on the Discord, but obviously OBS's Discord is way better than mine for that kind of stuff. Well, goodbye, mercenary. I'm glad you are not load-bearing. And yes, we're doing this on Players 8. I will always forget to change it off of Players 8. It doesn't even improve our drop rate. Is the real kicker on that. We might have to drop it down on player count whenever we get to Act 4. Just because. Got some set scale mail. We got that. Any of the rest of these? The boots might be good. Pylum might be okay if we do a throw barb. Nothing else there looks particularly interesting, so we're just moving on. No, we're not playing hardcore right now. I do sometimes play hardcore, but I needed something chill and relaxing. Because Expedition 33 just gutted me. It gutted the crap out of me. Players 8. It's more like in single player due to proximity of the player count thing. Players 7 and 8 actually have the same drop rates. And then you have 5 and 6 have the same drop rates. 3 and 4 have the same drop rates. Only reason to do Players 8 is like us right now, we're just doing it because why not? And it gives us a ton of XP, but Venus, Elven Male, cool. But as far as actual drop rates, Players 8 does not do anything. Plus 8 kick damage, that's a new mod I haven't seen. But yeah, if you're farming for items and you're doing like cows or something like that, Player 7 is ideal. If you're doing act bosses, you want to do 3 to 5. Just depending on which act boss you're going after. You might end up using the poleaxe yourself. Cool. Land Splitter. Shapeshifting skills, 30% increased attack speed, Volcano, Cyclone armor, and life after each kill. Nice. Battle cry when struck. Interesting. But yeah, higher player count will always increase XP. But do we keep going on Players 8? Yeah, we will. For now. Hello, Amplisa. Welcome back. Yeah, generally speaking, if I'm doing hardcore on stream, I have to spend more time and energy focusing on it. And as I'm getting things up and rolling a little bit better, it's going to take a little bit more effort for me to do that kind of stuff. Oh, the sword is doing all right for what we need to do. We are definitely feeling the creep off of damage output, because a full zeal not killing a specific enemy whenever it's 1v1, definitely a little bit rough. Ah, the tethers. We're getting about, I want to say, an 80% hit rate. But we're going to have to drop it down on player count. Because our mercenary is not going to be able to take it more than us. I don't want to have to spend all my resources reviving her ass. Can I have that skull, please? Thank you. It's fighting me. But yeah, most discussions are welcome on the server, by the way, as long as they can be evidenced or actually answered without fighting. Oh, let's see. That is absolute garbage. Cool. Let's go ahead, and I want to see just how well we do on players 1. We're, of course, going to have to chew through some of the already spawned idiots, but whatever. Let's see. I think these might be players 1. I'm not sure. We'll know for sure whenever we get a little bit further away. I mean, not that bad. These are definitely players 1. We're one-shotting them. Now, the question is, do we go back up to players 8? These guys are a little bit on the easy side. Surprisingly. But you could convert it to a unique. You keep a lookout for rare bases for that reason. Yeah. Generally speaking, I'm probably only going to be using the convert to unique things on like class-specific items. At least at first. Or items that are elite. Because I'm not getting enough of those orbs to really dive into getting the ones that we're going to just get by playing through. Kind of am actually happy the mercenary got stuck over there. I want her to keep up to me in level, is why. If we do community nights, they're going to be... Don't treat it like full rejuve. I mean... Kind of already do. It'll end up with you not using them at all. True. Very, very true. I should probably go look through the uniques and see which ones I actually want. That way I can use them specifically for that. What is our fire resist? 87%. Can't get any higher than that, unfortunately. We get 12%. We get, technically it's 12.5% from our passive. Too good to use club. I am getting better about using items in the too good to use club in games. So far, I'm still mostly focused on doing that in turn-based games, though. Use the elixirs. We've got gloams. Maybe not. These guys can cause that gap spawn. Oh, right into his wall again. Sweet. That is a lot of damage. And our mercenary is gonna just get chopped up because she decided to come crawl into like the middle of this for some reason. I don't know why. Mercenary, why are you being a complete freaking moron? You are ranged. Don't do this to me. Thank you.
How can one who is
I do need to pick up some of these potions because of that.
far from righteousness?
Let's see. That's a long list of uniques. You gave up looking through it. Just do them for the items that are harder to come by, like belts, boots, gloves, items you can't really make a rune word for, etc. Yeah. Touche. I am more likely to use unique belts and stuff. I'm also a huge fan of rares in those slots too, though. We could corrupt them and actually end up with something better than the uniques. I am oddly enough surprised that we didn't get gloamed here. We have gotten really good gloam luck. That means that once we get to hell difficulty, we're getting glooms everywhere. Just that's how my luck goes. There we go. Wondering how long that guy would take to kill. Oh, he even got full rejuves there. Sweet. Oh, it was 2 boss packs. That would explain why. I mean, also that, and we're not doing near as much damage as we would like right now. I don't know if I actually have a 5-socket phase blade right now. I was just thinking, if I can get a low rune, I could make a grief. Now, this combo of enemies is not technically that great, because the flesh spawners basically give the gores, the corpulence, the actual corpses they need to just continually fire. But it's still better than freaking glooms, who just nuke you without any form of retaliation you can have. Yeah, I might turn the difficulty back down to players like 3 or 4, maybe. 1 is too easy because we're over leveled. But taking this long to kill a single enemy, it feels like we're already on hell difficulty. Tell you what, we'll wait until we get 1 more level up, and then we'll switch it down in player count. Just to make life a little bit easier. And it's not going to take us long to get that level. You look at our XP bar. It is trucking. What are you trying to fight over there, mercenary? You're being a bit of a butt. Although, do we keep it on players 8? I am not looking forward to the actual River of Flame on players 8. Like this. I have a feeling that will wreck my crab. My goal today, by the way, if you were curious, was to beat Act 3. We're not in overtime yet, but we are in beyond our goals.
I can't carry anymore.
Seriously? Oh, I really can't. Okay, stat-wise, more life. I should probably be doing dexterity as well right now, because we don't have max block without Holy Shield, but I mean, we have Holy Shield for a reason. Yeah, I think as soon as we get down into River of Flame, I'll drop it down to Players 1. Question is, will we ever find the River of Flame? Because we have not had the same pathing like we started out with. But yes, I do find this very, very relaxing. Just chewing through enemies like this. Venom Lords in general are just a lot tankier than you think they are. Whenever, like, I have played this for so freaking long. And even I just will just... when I think of the Venom Lords, it's just, oh, they're not that threatening. And then I run up across them, and it's just like, okay, you guys are taking an hour and a half to kill. Unpleasant? And yes, we are going to toss these in there. Maybe we can do some stuff with them in a little bit. But yeah, just having a nice chill day is way, way underrated whenever it comes to streaming. I'm also mildly lucky in that streaming is my time to hang out with viewers rather than something that I focus on specifically for growth. So I don't have to sit there and be all, let's be on our A game. We have to specifically market to the streamer crowd. No, it's like, okay, I am doing this so I can do a review on it. We get to hang out. You get to be behind the scenes. You can even backseat me a little bit. Just don't tell me exactly what to do. Otherwise, I'll get irritated. You can give me hints. You can point me in a direction you think looks interesting, and we can check it out together. And I enjoy that. Like playing games on the couch. You only kick the person off the couch if they're trying to grab the controller. And weirdly enough, I'm mildly tempted to get rid of the no spoilers tag. But at the same time, that does impact how you review a title if you are getting spoiled on it. It's kind of one of those where it's like, I'm not as bothered by it these days because, you know, I forget what the spoiler was within 10 minutes of you giving it to me. Hey, Zaldar, how's it going? Been a minute. We're paladining with off-brand Crescent Moon. We've got Fire Moon. Well, hopefully it's a good busy and not a bad busy. But it's good to see you back. Because we are literally just having fun chilling. With the Paladin that I probably should have stopped playing 2 acts ago on Players 8. I forgot to put this on Players 1. We're at that point where I actually do need to drop it down. Mostly good, busy, just work, travel, followed by some PTO trying to catch up on games and whatnot. Ah. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Expedition 33? I will shout praises for that game from the rooftop. That game, 10 out of 10 would let it punch me in the nuts again. It's one of the ones you're working on right now? Okay, then I won't spoil it for you. Don't let anyone spoil it for you. Don't watch videos on it. Don't watch reviews of it. Don't do anything like that. Just play it. If you do all the side stuff, it is a great game. If you don't do all the side stuff, it's a good game. But I even killed, like, optional bosses and everything. There's lore behind them. There's lore in them, their walls. I am only missing 2 achievements on it, if that tells you anything. I have found every record. I found every journal. I found everything. I just didn't do the gestrals because gestrals challenges suck ass. I hate those. I do eventually want to do them, but they, oh god. They're rage-inducing. And I haven't done level 99. Yeah, it is very rare for a game to be, I don't say very rare. It is uncommon. That's probably the best way to phrase it. It's actually uncommon for a game to have me just being like, do I start the stream early because I really want to play this? And I really want to see more of the world? And yeah, Expedition 33 was one of those. I keep hearing mention of that Doom game. I have not actually played it, and I didn't know it was coming out until it came out. Doom the Dark Ages, that is. How is it? Like, how does it compare to the other modern Doom games? Yeah. I only went 5 hours over my usual 4-hour stream time. It's fine. I've done that with other games before as well. We did that with not Path of Exile, Pillars of Eternity. But that was because I was doing a New Year's stream and was focused on just a long stream for the day. That one was scheduled to be long. Where is the right one for that? There we go. Yeah, I've heard it's good, but it's really good. You enjoy it. You put about 4 to 5 hours in it so far. Enjoyed the other 2 modern games as well. You like the mechanics created for the Dark Ages? Okay. See, I like the newer Doom games. I'm not a huge fan. Oh god, this is gonna suck. I'm not a huge fan of Doom games in general. It's just like, these are fun for me to spend a few hours in, and I'll kind of like go back and forth with them. They're not something that I am going to just sit down and binge the entire game in a week kind of situation. They're more just, I will pick it up and play through it off and on kind of situations. Oh, immune to physical. This sucks. He's immune to physical and fire. You, sir, are immune to everything I do. Why are you this way? We're gonna be here a minute. The shield saw and parry mechanics add a new dynamic to the running guns. Ooh, it has parry mechanics. Cool. Who die? Why do you exist like this? Now we have the joy of getting not appropriate items. I'm glad we dropped it down to players 1, though. Because this would have been hell without it. Okay. Let's go find that waypoint. We are actually filling up on crap. And yes, those will not automatically stack until I put them in the cube. But yeah, I do keep hearing good things about the Doom game. Speaking of other new games, I actually did want to play Avowed. That game makes me so nauseous just playing through it because of the ray tracing crap on it. It is rough. I do find it really ironic that they're using the same engine as Expedition 33, and Expedition 33 does not do that to me. So I'm really and Expedition 33 does have some of the dithering going on with it, even with all the stuff turned off, but it's less pronounced. Also, it's less large. That's another thing that was in Avowed that really hit me with that. And no, I don't own Avowed. I had a free month of Game Pass to try it. I get those every now and then. Just use Bing for a little bit and you can get a free month. Do I use Bing for anything important? No. But I do use it every now and then just so I can get a free month of Game Pass. Is Bing worthwhile? God, no. As much as I complain about Google's search, Bing is worse. That's the difference between a rush game from a big team to get money versus passion project. Yeah. I love the Pillars of Eternity's games, so that's why I was like looking forward to it. And it seems like Avowed is a good enough game. It's just they didn't make it accessible to me. I probably would have enjoyed it just as kind of like, oh, this is an okay RPG. And hey, Valkyrie, how's it going? But they weren't rushed. That was the last time they had passion. I can see that. And yes, I know Avowed was rushed. I just kind of wish that I wish that more companies really kind of understood that, yes, some of these like weird small decisions that people keep pointing out to you are actually important. Like, I can't play... Speaking of passion projects, I can't play Eternal Strands for more than an hour or two. I have worked a little further into it, but there's no way I'm going to finish it in time to even have a remotely, like, within a few years timely review. Because I will forget where I'm at half the time and have to go back and be like, oh, what am I doing now?
Hail to you, champion.
Now to get this entire pile of garbage identified. Guarantee you most of it is garbage. Oh, did you hear that they're putting turn-based into Pillars of Eternity 1? Speaking of cool stuff. Ghoulhide. That's a hell of a name for a thing. Oh, we are full on gold. Holy crap. Okay. Did you end up beating Malachi, by the way? I dipped out to avoid spoilers, but I'm slightly curious if it's actually worth it to push through the rest of it. Because you got further than me. And it was a fun game, but... Vale, Soul, and Ort. Getting that build-up going. Lesson in pain. Yay. Would you like a lesson in pain? Being user, sorry, I didn't mean to judge. I mean, I I am not a Bing user so much as I'm a Bing exploiter. If they're gonna offer me free stuff to use their crappy search engine like twice a day, maybe, sure. I have to end up searching the stuff on another platform anyway. But hey, no, we don't care about that. Is that better than any of the ones that we have? It is not. But yeah, it's actually a really easy way to get a month of Game Pass every few months. Expedition 33 has been very enjoyable so far. It's definitely a curve getting used to the dodge, parry, jump addition to turn-based combat. However, you will say the checkpoints autosaves make getting flattened by a difficult enemy optional boss not so bad like most of the Souls-like games. Yes, the Walk of Shame in it is not bad. The Walk of Shame is actually reasonable in it, which is something I will always appreciate. Let me go back and engage with the content quicker, and I will be much happier.
I'll put that to good use.
Because the longer you're spending on those walks of shame, like, I'm like, oh, okay, I can keep just beating my head against this guy till I figure out his patterns. There's no downside. I usually go 2 or 3 tries, and then I'll move on to another one. We beat it on, I want to say Sunday. Like this past Sunday. I'll have the 1440p uploading eventually. I still need to like render it out. I'm still letting it cool off before I actually write the review for it. That's how much it hit me. I don't know how far in you are, and I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, it's a punchy game. Even with the story. I am slightly surprised that we don't have rune bags, by the way. I was just thinking about that. Instead of, like, have gem bags, of course, and then have rune bags and let you just be able to snag them out and just have the price of the rune you can pull out with it go up. You're still in Act 1. You believe you got Mayel into the party a couple hours ago. Just haven't had time to dedicate to it. So you just got out of the manor for the first time. The manor is an interesting place. There's a lot more there than I expected, at least. Worth exploring every corner of that. Got a good hour or two past the manor. Okay. That means you are most likely on your way to the Gestural Village, I think. Good to know, good to know. I won't reveal anything past that. There's a lot of fun stuff to be had there. And yeah, Act 1, my journey with it was... Act 1, I'm like, okay, this could be game of the year. I'm enjoying this. It's fun. There's things that could beat this. Act 2 was like, this is definitely game of the year. Act 3 was, okay, this is my favorite game pretty much of all time over the past 40 years. If not that, at least the past decade. So, yeah, it's a game that as you get more invested in it, it will sneak up on you. Yes. But there's people who don't like it that much. Generally, I've found that it's people that don't engage with the story. There's another mod that does a rune bag? Probably. That would not surprise me. We are getting a lot of pole runes. But yeah. And I do feel slightly bad overhyping it because obviously whenever somebody says it is my favorite game of all time, that is going to just hype it up in the mind and probably like set expectations too high, but it dismounted games that have been sitting on my top 10 list for 20 years. It's not bad to 100% either, by the way. It is actually fair on it for everything except for Kestrels. Kestrel beaches can suck it. It's a game that it gives you that kind of vibe where you want to explore every corner. Yes. And you will find out that you missed corners, by the way. And they can't... Okay, you saw some streamers said, after 33, another game's parry window felt so huge, and they can't come back to 33 if they parried another game. Aw. I mean, the parry window in 33 is not that small, oddly enough. Dark Souls parry window is... it feels like it's only a little bit longer. Of course, you're also not parrying quite as quickly in that. It's not turn-based, so you can't sit there and think about what attack you want to do. Have a good one, Zaldar. See you next time. But yeah, 33. I am curious as to what Sandfall's going to do next. I don't think they could top this, which is going to... And I'm afraid... that it's going to have a sort of Hollow Knight or sequelitis situation problem with it, where they basically can't live up to people's expectations, so people end up reviewing them poorly, despite like their second game probably going to be an excellent game too, which always makes me disappointed to see. Because I guarantee you when Silksong comes out, if it comes out, we're totally going to see people be like, oh, Hollow Knight was better, or this was not worth the wait. It doesn't matter if it was worth the wait or not. Is it a good game? Yes? No. Period. Did I not have Holy Fire on this entire time? Was I on Holy Shield this whole time? Because I just... scrolled my mouse wheel and it went to Holy Fire. I think I might have been fighting without Holy Fire this whole time. Which is... again, several thousand damage. That's not the first time I've done that either. Was 33 the game developed by an ex-Ubisoft employee? Yes. Ubisoft Montreal. And it was developed mostly by kind of... I mean, obviously people who have been in the industry a bit, but it wasn't by any big names in the industry. It was by people who just wanted to make good games. And they succeeded. That is all I can really say on it. I just looked over, and if it tells you how good it is, there are still people playing it on Twitch. There's still a lot of people watching it on Twitch. It's not my entire channel list anymore, but there's still new channels picking it up even. And I think enjoying it. Oh, lordy. Let's grab ourselves a Desace. Oh, you're immune to fire, you say? Sucks for me, I guess. Easy enough. Yeah, I think our goal today is probably beat Diablo. I am going to have to go re-record an entire video. And if you guys have votes for things you'd like to see on the Let's Play Everything channel, by the way, like as just standalone videos, definitely put them into comments and stuff. Like if there's a game you're interested in that's coming up, I can at least try and get a press key to cover it that way. And generally speaking, I will try to do a first impression or review if I can get one. Because there are games that are coming out that I'm like, that's interesting, but I don't know if it's going to be good or if it's going to actually have even a reasonable reception. I'm trying to remember, it was like 19,000 games released last year or some crap like that. There's no way I will know every game that is being released. Not even death. What? And he went straight for the cold hand. Ta-da! We got him.
Let Diablo's death end the reign of the three.
I am hoping that that is actually Vidala's. For some reason, I always have trouble getting, like, the last part of Vidala's.
What do you need?
Greetings.
You don't matter.
I knew it.
Identify. Yay, it's Vidala's. Sweet. It's the onion armor, and we even got IK boots. Sweet. Survival instinct. Magic resist and physical damage reduction. So that's actually an okay scythe. It's not high damage, and it doesn't do a lot of fun things, but it's okay. And we'll stack those up, because we can. And I will do a pull. And where's an eld? Then we'll go ahead and grab ourselves some Gemaroonies. And do I send you guys off to a stranger or off to someone I know? Let's see. What do we have? Who do we have streaming right now? We got some Helldivers. We got some Warhammer 40k. We got some art. We've got Cold Fear. What? We got some Clair Obscure. They're in chapter 2, so I'm not going to raid you guys into that. I don't want to spoil it for the people who haven't finished it. Oh. What is Cold Fear? Have not disappeared yet. Oh, that is a horror game. Let's do some Warhammer. And snooze that ad, because leaving on an ad is absolutely asinine. And I will see you guys next time, whenever we are going to finish up Nightmare and probably go straight into hell like the fools that we are. Keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath. Bye.